Hey, hope you guys are coming in for part two of the podcast with Top8 and Skylynx. This is the second part. If you want to go see the first part, it is in Skylynx channel. Hope you guys enjoy.
Oh, caught Skylynx eating. I didn't
Hey.
didn't warn him, give enough warning.
Told you I was eating some pasta.
Yeah, sorry about that. So yeah, just one clarification. Someone in chat had mentioned, and I forgot to mention that the new spell marks cannot be used in Duel of Champions, and I assume that's because they kind of make the heroes all even, and they level them up to all the 4-star. You're not really using like your own hero basically for that. So, and he was asking if it'll be available in Battle of Gods, and I assume it will be available in Battle of Gods, and it's just not available in that mode because they want the heroes to be on like an even playing field.
It's a very interesting thing to point out. I didn't actually think about that.
Yeah, I didn't think of that either, but yeah, especially Battle of Gods. It's a big thing. So
Yeah, I think it'll be. I'm pretty sure it'll be in there. I guess we'll see tonight in a couple hours. So we're gonna move on next, talking about the new awakenings that we got, which is really awesome. We've got Pegasus. Here's Pegasus here. I think the art looks pretty nice on her. Um, Not as good. You can kind of see the in-game model at the bottom there. She's wearing a lot of blue armor now and gold. It more looks silver-y in this picture, but in the actual like unit for the game, it's like more blue and gold. Definitely a lot bigger though. All the awakenings have had some pretty good art increases, I think.
I definitely agree.
yeah, for sure. A lot of the Awakened stuff looks awesome. I love the way the new Death Knights look, for example.
Yeah, it just kind of sucks that when they become like the Lord Hearts, like Dread Knights, they go back to just being smaller and dinkier.
You would think they would have created like a third skin for that to make it some godly looking menacing thing, or
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, just like the awakened Uber Knights. That would have been
right?
cool. So with the Pegasus here, you can see what her awakenings are. At tier 1, you're going to be able to choose between Vitality, Protection Giving, Skill Effect increase to 200% of the previous skill effect. And at the beginning of battle, the Pegasus unit casts Vitality Protection. So you're basically like starting the game with it, and it's stronger. Like both of them make it stronger, so that's kind of like a wash. But your options are either this one, which starts the game with it, or the other one, which makes it work on all your allies in the back row, not just the ones near you, which I think is a lot stronger. Personally, I don't know. I mean, she casts it pretty early in the battle. I guess if you're trying to like go against Solmir, maybe the starting at the beginning would be better. What do you guys think?
I think the whole back row is potentially better. I could see her being used with Dracon actually, because he gives that spell immunity, and then with her throwing that shield up that's improved,
Yeah.
plus it's your whole back line. I could see that actually being pretty good. What do you think, Wicked?
I agree, and I think she is probably the only unit that I would see myself bouncing back and forth depending on what game mode I'm doing. A lot of the other units, I'm pretty set for what I want to do, but
Mm-hmm.
this one I definitely think I'd probably start bouncing back and forth depending on the game mode.
A lot of people sleep on Pegasus, but my whole server was shocked because I started running her actually, and she was like doing really good. And then a bunch, we were on a copycat server, so don't get me wrong. Plenty of people, Wicked was the first one to 4-star Solomir, so I'm putting it out there right now. But I was definitely the first one to run Monk and Pegasus though, and then people started running Pegasus and then kind of moved away from it after when they realized nothing was saving them from Solomir's wrath. So.
Yeah. And how strong is her shield? What is 200% of the skill gonna be? I don't have her leveled up on my account.
Let me check really quick then.
I don't know off the top of my head, but I can say this, that having it hit the whole line, if you're using Green Dragon benefits from having shields. So
Right.
she will, directly benefit having Green Dragon if you're running him. And Green Dragon's one of my favorite units in the game. Love Green Dragon.
All right, so Pegasus is level 8 because it's only level 8. I don't have it level 15 yet. It's 13.5%, so it's going to be double. So it's made 27% health. That's actually quite a lot.
Yeah, that's a pretty
And that's at
significant
level
shield.
8.
Yeah. I think goes up by 0.5% every level.
Yeah, so that's gonna actually
Yes,
be a pretty
0.5% every level.
significant little shield you can throw out there for the whole back row. I mean, and some of the one man units are gonna get a lot of HP from that.
And I'm thinking if it's activating periodically, and if you're running Dracon, who every 8 seconds is making them immune to spell
Yeah.
damage, with those two stacked together, it's gonna be real hard to nuke your back line.
Yeah.
Yeah, from my experience, I've never seen her cast it twice. I guess she just doesn't live long enough, but I'm sure she can. I don't know what the cooldown on it
Right.
is,
Yeah, I don't know either. It doesn't say.
but that's definitely pretty good. And I think, are we are we all in agreement that you're mostly going to go with all back row, or do you see some situations where you'd want the other one?
I think all back row personally, but I'm sure there might be a situation where you want the other one for
Okay,
something.
so
But
the T1 or the other one, I would run it because it gives her a shield right off the bat, where the all
Yeah.
back row actually does have a delay on it.
Yeah.
And so her next one will increase the attack speed of her.
Yeah. So
No,
yeah,
tier 3, or
yeah,
yeah,
tier 2.
the next one will
Yeah.
increase the attack speed by 100%.
Right, so she can either choose between a tier 2 or normal attacks, decrease the target unit's damage reduction by 10%, so 10% like damage piercing, or Pegasus' attack speed increases by 100% for 10 seconds when she has a shield. So yeah.
I love the damage piercing. Well, I just want to throw that out there. That's really, especially if you stack it with like a behemoth or something, that could be
Or Bone
really
Dragon.
Yep.
It's
Both.
definitely
good. Or both, yeah.
it's definitely going to be good on like what the Azure Dragon or whatever that event is called, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe we'll start pulling some bigger numbers.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Especially my numbers are pretty bad, so.
Yeah, I can't do any damage outside of Giant. Like Giant is like 98% of my damage or something. I haven't been able. I don't have Bone Dragon or anything to build up the other like to reduce the
What?
damage reduction enough.
Well, I don't have Giant, so I'm screwed. And I've tried, and I've reset it a bunch of times. I was frenzying my devil, doing everything I could. It just does not matter. Just Giant is king of Dragon right now.
I would agree.
So and
Good for you.
and then the other one, so I think for probably PVE that 10% damage reduction is gonna be some good on some things, but the 100% attack speed is really nice. I think for like PvP or some other scenarios, like especially because Green Dragon also gets attack speed buff when have his shield, so you guys have like a huge cannon of like death coming at you.
Right, true. Could also be good in maybe what's it called? The crypt area too.
Yeah.
Yep. That could be awesome.
Yeah, and the nice thing about these is you can just switch them back and forth for every ring. There's no penalty. And then the tier.
Oh, someone just commented, "Good for crypt" right after I said it.
Yeah. And then the tier 3 is for every Rampart unit on the field, increase Pegasus unit damage by 5%, or for every flying unit on the field, increase Pegasus unit damage by 5%. And obviously, that'll just count on whatever comp you're using, whatever that one's better for you. If you have more Rampart or you have more Flyers.
I could see that being good in the one conflux area that's only all flyers. And see,
Right.
I actually started working on Griffin today only because of that, having all flyers boosted.
Right, exactly. It's definitely. And is it Green Dragon that gets boosted? I think Green Dragon has this effect built into him as well, where he gets stronger for every flyer you have out. So she kind of like joins him like with parity.
Mm-hmm.
They seem like they're pretty much meant to go together.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
both Rampart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Too bad rest of Rampart's horrible.
You got the
need some
Dendrite
work.
guards.
They need some work.
uh,
The other factions got like a lot more synergy going, and they're like a little all over the place. They definitely can mix them into the other factions and get some good benefits. Like you can mix the bleed in from like the Centaurs and the Dendroid guards to other factions and get good work. But as a whole themselves, they don't really have it right now. They need some heroes. I mean, I know later we'll get some stuff that makes them a lot better, but for now, they're kind of the stepchild.
yeah, I'd want to be using Green Dragon right now, but my roster bonus for Rampart is like nil. So
Yeah, I don't have my roster spec'd out for Rampart at all.
yeah.
And so, do you guys think you'll see more Pegasus now with these changes?
Yes,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
do.
do.
yeah.
Especially if Dracon becomes meta. I could definitely see it.
Are you gonna run that meta?
I don't know.
And then
Maybe.
yeah, all these awakenings have definitely been an improvement over their core units in a pretty big way, and it's been nice to see them. I'm just interested to see what else comes out next. It's just always like, what's the next one? Because they're all so cool. So, but next,
Yeah, they've all really powerful.
yeah, and the next one I think is a potentially really powerful one. You got the Champion Knights, which is the Cavaliers Awakening, and you can see the art for there is really cool, and the model for it's really cool. It's really gold, really shiny. I like it. What do you guys think about the art?
That looks sweet.
I like it a lot, and I also got to say it's my favorite unit that's came out, the Awakening.
That's your favorite one. So we'll talk about
It is.
the abilities then. Is probably why it's your favorite. So at tier,
Maybe.
so his
Mhm.
abilities all seem to go into like an offense or a defense line. That's kind of how he's broken up. So his tier one is you can increase your HP and magic resistance by 30%, or increase your attack and magic resistance by 30%. So I think the HP is probably better here because he's kind of squishy and kind of needs that help. I think to be even deal any damage. So that's just what I would probably go with there.
I would agree with you there. He definitely gets killed by Solmir way too quickly,
Yeah.
but with the magic resistance and the HP, it seems like that could be a good counter to go against some of the casters.
Sounds like when you guys are clicking something, it's just coming through pretty loud. Just throwing it out there.
Okay, that's probably
Guess
me.
that was you.
Yeah,
And what do you think, Skylynx, for the choices here?
Yeah, I'd go all attack because that's where he's gonna
Oh,
be,
you're gonna
and
go
I
all
think
attack.
yeah, because that's the whole purpose of this dude. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
maybe yeah, attack and magic resistance, and then the other one's HP and magic resistance.
Yeah.
They're both magic resistance, of course, so that's I think the big one too, because that's where they're gonna get hit.
Mm-hmm.
But the 30% HP, I don't see being as big of a deal because the goal of this dude is to punch through, and then
Yeah.
potentially, and I think the ability that's gonna be really good is this fast breaching.
So he's just
So
like
you
a
can just sit
missile.
there and constantly bang. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So the fast breaching is his tier two, which is the ability activates when he kills a unit, not like his first ability that stuns. This is the one that like if after you kill a unit, you hit something else really hard, and then you can either choose for it to activate fast breaching whenever the target unit is killed, excluding summoned monsters, or after another assault increases damage by 150% and stuns enemies for 5 seconds. So I'm thinking, is that one just basically turns the second hit into another one of his first hits? Like it's another stun, like you get your first stun and then your second stun, or is it your first stun breaching and then another stun?
I think it's the first stun and then it's the second stun
Yeah, that's the way I
That's
read
on
what
it
I
the
too.
when the
think
first
too.
breach actually activates.
Yeah, that's how I read it too. Which I think that could be probably pretty good. But I like the first one. I think the first one is just turns him into like another Black Knight basically. He's just gonna be going around
Hmm.
hitting
Yeah,
everything really hard because he hits for like I don't know like 500, 600,000 with that ability.
yeah.
Exactly.
I feel like the only thing that's gonna stop this guy is just if he hits like a behemoth. Like if he hits like that tank that you can't burst down, then it's gonna be pretty hard for him to get going. But if you can hit something like a skeleton lane or something like that, like not the skeleton unit, but the skeleton artifact guys, and just keep going
Hmm.
through, I think it can just do a lot of damage because those guys aren't gonna
But I
slow
don't
him
believe it
down at all.
on a summoned unit. It does not activate the second part or the tier two.
Right, right. So it won't work on that one, but I think you'll still get the original fast breaching, right? Like, and then killing a real unit will trigger another fast breach. I don't know if it'll like. You think it will turn his fast breaching into like any summon guys he killed like don't activate it?
That's how I was reading it, but you
Yeah,
might be correct.
because I know
With
his
it
one
just
right
says the original
now
fast
will.
breach.
Yeah, I know the original fast breach will go through summons. Oh, oh no, you're not froze. I thought Skylynx might be froze, but he's just very still in thought.
No, I'm just reading.
That's like, are you froze there?
uh,
What do you think, Skylynx?
yeah, like I think that is like you just said, as long as he's not running into a big behemoth or something. But then again, like I would probably want to use him in some kind of overwhelming charge lane that
Yeah.
has maybe Black Knight, Vampire him, something else in it. Maybe White for the silence, so you can just punch through and get to work because that's what that whole team is going to be about. So
I'm thinking a monk with him.
yeah, could be for the haste. Yeah,
Yeah.
High morale. Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be the thing to see
Because it
if he
doubles
can
his
punch
crit
through.
damage.
yeah, true. Could be good in a castle team instead of a charge team too. Maybe. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be good in like a crag hack. I mean, a lot of things like chargers, I guess.
Right.
If we build up enough of these, maybe Moloch will be good. But I don't think this is gonna make Moloch good. But it's definitely in the right path to start making him something.
Stop it.
I have a 4-star Moloch. I'm good with that.
Yeah, I got a full start 4-star. And then his third ability. Oh, he's shaking your head at the Moloch. His third ability is while under the effects of high morale, champion knights auto crit for 10 seconds, and his or 20% reduced unit damage taking doubled while in high morale. So you can either auto crit when high morale or just get like a damage reduction all time that's boosted in high morale.
I think go with the auto crit. Hit harder, especially with monk again. Just
Yeah.
keep building those crits up.
I know we don't
Yeah.
know how much like actually like 500% crit means or whatever in the game, but he gets a lot of crit in high morale anyway already, doesn't he? I don't know how much more this gets him.
If you use like with Roland and stuff, yeah, I think you would. I'm not sure exactly how that would work out though.
Because I know he
My
gets
base crit damage is 240%.
Yeah. He gets crit and then it's doubled in high morale is one of his this ability already. So we'll see how how much more that really gets him. I mean, and if you're with Moloch already makes you crit anyway, so it's like not as useful for him. But yeah, definitely the auto crits can be great. I think it gets just reduced unit damage taken. It's not going to protect you against spells, so that's something like I don't know how effective it really is.
You're not going to use this guy to tank. I mean, the whole purpose is to get through and just keep reaching. So yeah, the whole damage reduction stuff on him kind of doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I guess the idea is you just have to keep him alive to be able to do that damage. If he's just dying instantly.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
He is a 9-man unit, so.
Yep.
I think this guy's really cool. I really like the art, and I hope that I see him doing some work. I hope to see like not just like Black Knight, and you have to try to guess the Black Knight lane. Now you have to try to guess the Black Knight and the Champion Knight lane. Get split them up and have like 2 lanes that if one gets through is trouble. You know, kind of make like a prong attack.
And you'll see him in Duel of Heroes then too. So that that'll be interesting.
That's true. And Duel of Heroes gets updated with the Awakens, so you will see him in there with now.
Yeah.
That's true. Maybe Mulk's get in there now.
Yeah, right.
So, anything else you want to comment about either of the Awakens?
I think we covered them pretty well.
All right. So then the next thing on the patch notes is just that they added the soul stones for the Awakening. So in the market, in the conflict shop, you get the Cavalier for 2,500 soul stones, just like all the other ones. But they added the Pegasus one to the arena, which is 1,000 arena points for the 5 soul stones. So I guess it's another thing to use your arena points on. But I don't have extra arena points usually anyway. I still spend them a lot. Do you guys have been building up arena points to use on this, or are you going to be kind of tight on arena points now?
I've always been pretty tight buying gear and stuff, so I think probably be about the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here.
And then I use them on Rock. Rock's my strongest unit. I'm working on 6-starring it. Almost there. So they also added the lore guidebook, which says there's a lore tutorial. Did you either of you see that? I looked around for it, tried to find the lore tutorial, and I couldn't find it. Maybe I'm just past where I could see it.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen anything new for me looking at it myself, just playing around with the lore, so I'm not sure.
I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, I think maybe it might be something that just pops up when you unlock it at level, what is it, like 49 or 42 or something when lore unlocks, and then maybe we're just past that. So, but they did add new lore. We've got new lore for Rashka and Soulmere. So that's the new Rashka skin. I think it looks pretty sweet. It kind of looks like he does now, just beefier. They just add some glow to him, and this is what the character model looks like in game. So it's kind of just what he is now, just beefier. Or maybe does he have wings? No, that's from the image at the back. He's just a beefier Rashka.
Yeah, it makes him almost look more like Devil now. Except for he's like a king of the devil.
Yeah, kind of. Except he doesn't have the devil synergy Zeron does. So, but yeah, he does kind of have that. He gets that same like branch probably. Whatever race devil is, he's probably that race as well.
Yeah, so it's kind of fire demon or something.
And then we've got Salmir on here as well. This is his new skin, which doesn't look like much here, but the model is awesome. You've got him in a bottle, a genie in a bottle. I think that's really cool. What do you guys think of that?
Mine unlocked. When you could do the glitch for the lore thing, I was banging out the ones for Salmir. Someone actually the very last one.
I see. So when you had the bug,
hopefully I could get to it.
Getting through this.
Yeah, so I just need the 2 angel artifacts to drop from the campaign, and I'll have it unlocked. So I'm looking forward to that.
Okay. Yeah, but I think he's definitely one of the cooler skins. And
yeah, for sure.
And then we've also got some.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm just gonna go on to the next topic. So if you want to say one more thing real quick, you can. Throw it in.
I've already known a few players who've already got this skin. It's pretty awesome to look at in battle.
It's actually in Trial of Angels currently. In the later stages. So all the skins are. Yeah, I think so. Something like that.
Oh, nice. So you can check it out in there. I'm not in those levels, but you guys can check it out. And then we've got there's some bug fixes that if you got disconnected in Duel of Heroes, you get a loss instead of a win, which that'll be nice. And now Monterey Specialty 3 is actually working, which I think is a specialty where for each offensive unit and caster you get stronger, the psychic elemental gets stronger. Is that one? I'm pretty sure that's the specialty 3.
Yeah, I think something like that.
Yeah, which is.
I can check.
Well, yeah, I think that's the one. It's either that or the immunity, which I think it was getting the immunity, so I'm pretty sure it was that one.
I think it was something to do with the immunity.
Yeah.
Unit damage reduction.
And then okay. So that's all for the patch notes, but we have a couple more little things. We have for the month of March is now we can actually get Zydar. So in March 10th, everyone can get their Zydar and use them. And that's the one I'm looking forward to the most. I think he's going to be one of my units, one of my heroes I use a lot. I think he's a really cool, really fun hero. He's got his masteries, his specialties. The first one reduces the summon fire elemental and gate of fire cooldown by 30%, and all summon creatures, health of all creatures summoned by allies increased by 20%. And then his second specialty will give attack and defense of all units summoned by allies within. Allies increased by 30 and 10% respectively. So 30% attack, 10% defense. And whenever a summoned creature dies, you get 1 spell point and reduce your cooldowns by 1. I think that's the one that's potentially really broken and can really be abused. And then his last one is his spells damage gets increased by 2% for every summoned creature, which could be really high. But he only has Firewall, but I guess now with the 5th slots, if you wanted to put like a really damaging nuke in there, you could do a lot of damage, I suppose. What do you guys think about his specialties?
Yeah, I think they're very strong, and with some of those extra summon spells, definitely make him just endlessly start summoning, and to a point where you can't stop him anymore.
That's my hope, is that he just keeps recycling his summon spell abilities.
Yeah, that's what I figure. If you have enough summons out and his 3rd ability is constantly triggering, and then you're buffing his 4th ability, I think he could potentially be really good. And the nice thing is, with all those summons out, Chain Lightning is going to be doing less and less work. So I think he can potentially be good in the meta too.
That's the hope. So, you can just put enough units on the board where Chain Lightning just can't kill enough. And
exactly.
And all your summons being stronger, Azure Dragons as a summon, Azure Drake's a summon. So either way, you're going to be making that guy a lot better, and he's huge anyway. Oh.
One thing important to put out here too, Pit Fiend is going to buff all these summons because Pit Fiend's wording is wrong when she came out, and she directly buffs summons. This guy's 2 abilities, so Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The summons that she buffs are these summons. Yeah, so that's a good thing to keep in
Yep.
mind. And then his ability is Gate of Fire, which raises one gate in an area that'll periodically summon 3 imps. It doesn't say here, but it keeps spawning imps that last for 20 seconds at that gate. So
Right.
I don't know how long it lasts. It doesn't say like how many waves are summoned, but I mean it was in the campaign. I just forget how much it was doing, and I haven't gone back to that battle yet. It's really hard to kind of get it this summon
Hmm.
because you kill the stuff too easily now because you have just too much power. Even if you bring like no units, it's still really hard to get them to actually use the ability. So I guess we'll see. Have to wait and see on that.
Right.
And then yeah, he has fire elementals as well. He summons, and these are melee. The fire elementals do melee attacks, and they're not as tanky as the tree ents, but they're just like damage dealers. And then he also has.
So,
Sorry.
Ark in chat is asking about what unit summon, and I just off the top of my head I know Pit Fiend and
Oh yeah, what else
Lich.
summon? Yeah, you get
Um,
Pit Fiend, Lich, Earth Elemental's gonna be really good because those guys are gonna be super tanky with his abilities when they come out. I mean, then you have lesser ones like Pegasus and Wolf Rider with dismount, but I think Lich and Earth Elemental, Pit Fiend are gonna be the bigger ones.
mhm.
Yeah, because the summons that Earth Elemental spawns are almost as tanky as the big ones, really, like combined.
Yeah, Earth Elemental is one of my great disappointments in that I did not six star him like right off the bat, like half my server did. He's so good against the meta right now. Like
Yeah, he's great.
it makes me sad.
He'll be back. It seems like every time we have a big
Yeah.
event, he pops up.
Well, they brought him back for whatever it was recently, and I made sure to get the 100 shards of him. So now I got him
Yeah,
4 star at least.
yeah. We did get something recently. I'm blanking on the top of my head, just for the altar event, the 100.
Yeah. You're right. Keys.
Yeah, 100 keys. So yeah, I think Zydar is gonna be really cool, and we're gonna get him pretty soon. So we'll be going in there and trying him out soon enough. But we're gonna move on now to uh, yeah, what's going on this week, which is a Necropolis week, which gives a bunch of rewards when you log in each day, and ends with Vitaminia shards, and then you can do a daily top up for the white and Sylvan Bow, which if you don't have Sylvan Bow levels, you can grab those. And then we're kind of light on the other events for the week. You got the Explorer one, which is super easy to do, and you just go around the guild map, and you'll get some extra resources. And there's also Heaven Cast stones in the shop for 1,600 diamonds or 11.99 for 800. You can do that twice. Do either of you guys use any of those? I never get those. I feel like you can save your money on that.
I never
I
get that event.
I'm just saving whatever I get to
Yeah,
pop whatever thing. I'm hoping I can get one free of the dead artifact or whatever, but that's really it. Like I'm not.
yeah. And then they have the limited time special offers, which you've had these a couple times, which you get a 1 diamond pack, which gives back 20 diamonds and 2 unit shards. So just always make sure you're grabbing that, similar to the Mysterious Elf. And then some other packs at the higher price tiers, 4.99 and 14.99, which give you some more diamonds and random unit tokens and some keys and potions, energy potions, stuff like that. Which if you need energy, like if your energy is getting up high there for the cost, like that's 300 energy for $15. I don't know if that's really worth it, but I guess to someone it might be.
Yeah, I think that's a little overpriced. Some of the packs, sometimes you hit a pack that's really good, and other times,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, and
Hi.
they also have the 1 diamond pack back for the mysterious gift, which is always great. I got 888 today, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Nice.
And it's the third time I've gotten it.
Awesome.
And then also during this week, during different days, you'll be able to harvest your resources for, like, now that the new campaign's out, you can get all those tier 3 resources for double. So you get like double your wood drops and ore drops, and another day you get your double of your gems, and I forget what the other one is. But either way, it just pairs to like ore and wood and gems and crystal, or I forget what they're called. But go in there and get your resources on those days specifically, and you'll get a lot more out of your energy.
Especially those higher end ones like
Right.
Orange +2 and Orange +3 stuff.
Yeah.
And then they have the Elite Challenge. That's Elite Challenge is underground, right? It's just that event is you go to the underground and do a bunch of battles.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other thing they have is the Necropolis rewards for having like 5-star units of the different Necropolis units, which I'm guessing they're probably gonna have Mummy in there now. We'll talk about now in a minute. But yeah, each of the Necro units you have built up to 5-star, you get some rewards, which is kind of like the pay to win week one because all the Necro units are like super hard to get.
Yeah, all necro teams are just straight up hit win.
Yeah. And then we have a Bone Dragon altar, which I'm assuming it's gonna be the same like the last Bone Dragon altar we had, right? Do you think so, or the?
Well, they didn't have him in an altar last time I had it. Like if you spent $100, you were able to recruit
that's
him
what
basically. He hasn't been in an altar yet, so hopefully they put him in one.
So I expect this will be similar to the Behemoth one, right? Like it's just like, because I think the Behemoth one's
Get the shards.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like that.
Yeah, it's the altar people everyone seems to prefer, or like the
I think that's the
guaranteed
one that's done
chance
best.
and stuff. Yeah.
Because you'll eventually get there. You spend like 17,000 gems, and you'll eventually get a 3-star at least.
Yeah, I've done it a few times now. I say I'd average like 13 if you guys are gonna do it. I average like 13 shards per 10 pull, but then also you get the little things at the bottom, the little chests at the bottom to open them up too. So keep that in mind. So
Yeah.
if you're planning to spend for any of those things, which I kind of recommend not to, honestly. If you have the SSR unit,
Yeah.
like I recently 5-starred an Angel. It ain't that big of a difference, but if I would have dumped all those diamonds into artifacts, I would have seen a huge boost in my power. So
Yeah.
just throwing it out there.
Units, I think, are kind of like the last thing you kind of want to get tiered up there. Eventually, after you get everything else, then the units, I think, are going to be the last big one to get. Unless you just have a ton of money. Some people just 6-star everything and just go on with their life.
Right. Yeah, like the guy I'm up against in Duel of Gods tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have a single top-up offer, which all it says in the notes is you'll be able to get Mummy, but I think we had someone else say that it's confirmed that you can also get Sandro. So we'll talk about Mummy first for a little bit, and then we'll talk about Sandro real quick. So Mummy's going to be in a single top-up pack. It doesn't say how much. I'm guessing 50 would be my guess, is how much you'll have to. And it says it's a single top-up, so not cumulative. And so Mummy.
So 50 for Mummy,
I
100
think
for
so.
Sandro.
100 for Sandro. That's my guess.
Yeah, he's direct synergy with him too. So yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. So this is the Mummy. It's a Necro 4-member tank defense unit, and he's got the abilities. Oh, why are you not? Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. Decay and Curse is his first ability, which does within a certain range, Mummy deals 200%. It's 200% damage to surrounding hostile units every 20 seconds. It makes them suffer disease for 12 seconds, which disease is a decrease of healing by 50% for those units, which is great. So that's like the new kind of like heal meta counter, I guess it would be called. I mean, I don't know what the range is, but if it's anything, it's probably similar to Walking Dead with the range it hits. And then his
that's good.
Yeah, and then his second ability is Shroud. When Decaying Curse is cast, restore HP equal to 5% of your max HP. Increases unit damage reduction by 10% for 10 seconds. So that's going to be just a great little stack of defense on there with his third ability, which is Mummy is immune to disease, so he can't even get the damage reduction or the healing reduction on him. And Mummy's damage reduction is increased by 6%. When Mummy is on the battlefield, all healing effects received by enemy units is reduced by 10%, kind of like the anti-ogre, the opposite of to ogre. And then his fourth ability, God of Plague, Mummy's defense is increased by 15%. If the enemy attacking the Mummy is suffering from disease, the effect is doubled. So he's got a lot of defense and a lot of heal reduction basically built into his kit, and a little healing, a little sustain. How do you guys feel about Mummy from these initial? I think the percent also is increased. I was seeing which ones increase with level, and the percent HP healed is increased as well. I wasn't sure about that, if it was just a damage reduction or both, but it is both.
Yeah. You want to go first, Wicked?
Sure. Well, the Mummy I think is a good addition to. It's going to start to counter some of those healing comps. Maybe it'll affect Angel's heal. I don't completely know yet, but it looks like it will. So that'll definitely change up the meta a little bit. AoE damage that it does is going to be very interesting to see, especially when they run melee. If you can actually do some decent damage there and actually start to hit a bunch of debuffs on enemies. Like Sandro might be able to make the mummy this kind of insane unit right there. But if he's not tanky enough, then he's going to drop too quick, and he won't be very useful. So we'll definitely have to see how he plays in battle. But other than that, I think he's a good unit so far.
Yeah, I definitely think he's got some interesting things in his kit. What do you think, so Skylynx?
Just like Wicked said, his kit looks great, to be honest with you. Like, I think he's kind of one of those, I think he's almost a must-have, just to put in your back pocket against any kind of healing type comps, just being able to directly. It looks like his ability kind of almost scales the same way Ogre's does too. So that can be like, really, really good. So then he could potentially also be used in a lot of different comps, not just the necro-based comp. But like Wicked said too, if he can't tank, then oh well. I mean, we'll have to see what his base stats are and how good he does. Yeah, like Ark just said, RP Ogden Kilgore, especially Kilgore. I mean, that's exactly what I was thinking in my head. Yeah, that's what makes Kilgore so good, is the healing. So if you're running your mummy in whatever comp you're running, I mean, in face of Kilgore, it should do pretty good against it.
Yeah, Kilgore
Direct
takes
counter.
a little bit to take stuff down. So this tank having it's going to take a while to get that aura off the board. So he's going to be kind of a thorn in your thumb until then. Very sad. Yeah, someone's very sad running Kilgore and facing against this guy. and then we're also getting Sandro is going to be probably the $100 pack, which is another pay to win for not pay to win, but yeah, it's paywalled. Another hero for Necro, which I guess Vidomina is not technically paywalled, but you can't just get her through normal means. You have to buy her in the shop somehow, or have had that. So yeah, we got the Undead Sandro, who looks really cool. I think he's got some interesting abilities. He's kind of all about low morale. His first specialty is low morale can reduce magic resistance by 50% and unit damage by 10% for enemy units. Attack speed reduction will increase from 33% to 50% on the low morale. And then second one is Implosion, reduces mana cost by 10, deals damage to targets equal to 2% of their max HP, and doubles damage to units in low morale, and doubles the chance to stun them. And so it's a 50% chance to start. So does that mean it goes to 100%, I guess? Or
it does.
Or 75. I don't know. If it's double 50, it'd be 75, or if it's, I don't know. And then the unit damage reduction of friendly Necropolis units increases by an additional 10%. When fighting against units in low morale, the damage reduction will be doubled. When friendly Necropolis units go into low morale, the low morale will be dispelled and their unit damage will increase by 10%, crit hit by 200, and attack speed by 33%, lasting for 10 seconds. And then specialty 4 is for every friendly Necropolis unit on the battlefield, mana recovery rate increases by 0.8. When an enemy unit dies, every living friendly Necropolis unit can recover hero's mana by 7. And when Sandro casts Darkest Hours, every Necropolis unit has a 30% chance to reduce the cooldown of Sandro's skills by 1 second. Oh, so much stuff on these abilities. Not quite as bad as Kilgore's ability, which needs a whole nother page, but
Right.
got a lot going on with this guy.
All I do after reading all of his abilities with Mummy, I just rip Kilgore. Like, like stopping his healing plus the low morale AoE against the whole team that is based off like getting that damage out. Like, yeah, I think this is like a direct counter to Kilgore teams.
I think it's going to be very strong.
Yeah.
Remind me, what does low morale do as its base? Like without
reduce attack speed by 33%.
That's all it does. So
yeah, so all their like orc and everything else is going to be hitting like a wet noodle.
So now it goes to 50% as well as minus 10% damage and the magic resist minus 50%.
Yeah.
Which that will be probably the same as Rollins, where it's not like your magic resist is going down by 50%. It's whatever you have, 50% reduced on that. So if you have 10% magic resist, you go down to like 5%.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah, it's not just going to be like you're all of a sudden just taking 50% more spell damage.
Right.
The one thing I gotta say about Sandro is a lot of his spells have a low cooldown, but they are pretty expensive.
Right. We have his ultimate here, Darkest Hours, which mana cost is 54, cooldown is 27 seconds, and deals earth spell damage to all hostile non-Necropolis units equal to whatever percent that is. Seems a good amount. And 5% of their max HP, and inflicts low morale on them for 15.5 seconds. And that does go up with level, so it's going to be if its cooldown is 27 seconds and it's going up by starting at 15.5, that's going to be a lot of time in low morale. And then also
But if you
restores.
look at his, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, and it also restores the HP of friendly Necropolis units by the same amount that the damage deals, and inflicts low morale on them. But that will be turned into like an actual boost, not a low morale when they're Necropolis units due to his specialty.
Hmm. What I was gonna say about what Wicked said is 4-star ability is basically like having Monk on your team per Necro unit. So his mana regen is gonna be off the charts.
It's going to be high, but
Right.
he's going to be able to cast very quick. I don't know if he can sustain it for the whole battle, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess as you lose units, they drop off a little bit.
Yeah, and I was trying to just figure out earlier if that will work off of summon units too. Like, as a Lich summoning a bunch of summon skeletons, is that going to count as a group of units, or how does does the Azure Drake count as one?
Right. Yeah, I'm not sure, but mana recovery rate
Must be
increased by
Necropolis.
0.8 is the same as Monk
Right.
at rank 11. So every single Necro unit is a Monk rank 11 mana recovery.
Right. And
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
have a chance of reducing the cooldown. So I
Yeah.
think it's definitely going to be like a spell heavy hero. I mean, I don't know what percent this is, but it seems like it's a pretty big nuke. Like starting out at 2,000.
I know from the chatter on the official server before this guy even came out, this has been like the most asked about when is he getting released character.
Yeah, I see.
So
talk about him all
I
the time.
think he's going to be extremely powerful.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's definitely going to shake things up. But he's also kind of does what Solmir does, except also make your life miserable with debuffs. Like, he's nuking all your guys down slower, not as fast as Solmir, but while you're alive, making you hate life. That's how I look at it. And then he has one other. Oh, I don't have the screenshot for that, but he does have one other ability that's called Implosion, which is like an AOE damage with a 50% chance to stun.
It does have a 10-second cooldown, though.
It is 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Yeah,
That's so short.
Wow. Yeah, his power is definitely gonna be based on how much mana regen you can stack. Because he's just going to be able to chain whatever he can do. It's just when he's out of mana, that's going to be his limiting factor. But I think that he's definitely going to. I think all of these 3 new heroes are going to really shake things up and make for some really fun gameplay. And I'm excited for it.
Mm-hmm.
Are
Definitely.
you guys excited?
I can't wait for the Solmir meta to just go away. I'm so sick of it.
Yeah, I'm about done with it too. I know Wicked likes it. He's gonna keep charging up his Solmir till the end of time.
I actually haven't leveled my Solmir in at least a month and a half.
Oh, okay.
I've been off it for a while.
Okay. Maybe
I've been cooking stuff, so.
Okay, we'll see how that goes then. And then only other thing is coming up. There's also get Double Dragon of Utopia coming up for the Runestones, and then the Barracks resources at low price, but no one ever does that. I don't think. Do you guys ever do that? I don't see the.
No, it's horrible. That's one of the worst offers.
Yeah, I don't know what that one's for.
Yeah, I mean, bad offer.
And then a little.
If you really have a unit that you got to level up, maybe.
Yeah.
But
And then there's a little bonus thing that I saw that's not in the notes is we finally got a new season in Duel of Champions. It's no longer Ifriti and Pit Fiend for the end of time. It's now Centaur and Angel that are buffed in the Duel of Champions. So that's a very different 2 units, and I think Angel's going to see a lot of. I mean, Angel's already sees a lot of play, so it'll be a little buffed.
Yeah, I like having Angel there because I paid for my damn Angel, so I'm gonna get its use.
Yeah. And then right now it's also awarding Adelaide tokens on rank up. So if you need those Adelaide tokens, you'll be able to get those now.
Yeah, that's really good. Adelaide is a great hero, like unsung hero, super good, really good for TOA.
Right, and the new servers don't really have a good way of getting Adelaide outside of Duel of Heroes, so it'll be great for us to actually be able to get some. So I am looking forward to that. And I think we've been running a little long now, and that's everything we needed to talk about. It was a lot. I know everyone has been here since the beginning. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hopefully next time it's a little shorter. I was just a lot of stuff to go over, and it's my first time, so get every complications working with some of the streaming and setups. So it'll take a little long. But thanks everyone for being here, and let's See what let's go with Wicked first. We have anything coming up on YouTube or anything you want to plug?
Well, the typical stuff for this week because we got all the new all the new updates and stuff. So just the campaign going through. But other than that,
Are
give some support to these guys. They were here the whole time and they
Yeah,
did very well.
thanks for coming and hanging out, chat with us. That was fun. Fun to get some people. And are you either are you going to be streaming the Battle of Gods that's coming up in like an hour and a half? I think
I will be.
you will be. Okay,
I'm
so
gonna get knocked right out of it.
yeah, but yeah, it's
I have
always,
yeah.
but the Battle of Gods
I
has
got
been the
unfortunately I
highlight
got
lately.
my servers top player, top everything. Like when we were joking about the six
Yeah,
star max SSRs, he's got all of them, like six
yeah.
star max almost. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna get ran over. So unless they do it by a point system, I think I could like go undefeated against everyone else in the battle
hmm
group. So if they do it by total points, I have a shot. But if they don't, then no point. I'm gonna try to do TOA 16-3, I think tonight if Battle of Gods doesn't work out for me. But I'll probably hop in Wicked's stream and say what's up.
Yeah, I think
All right.
the Battle of Gods is the most fun I have in the game right now. Just like the community thing, getting around it, people stream and people talk about it. I like to watch all the videos for everything coming out for all the Battle of Gods. So I think that's fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Arc, the Eternal Wood and stuff, they're making that's actually in the newest area chapters, but for some reason when you click on the heroes and say like find that, piece of gear, it's not showing up yet. So that's like a bug that they need to get fixed. But they do have the new stuff in the new chapters actually.
Oh, there's a bug where you can't get to it directly from like clicking on the resource.
Yeah, exactly. Like how you open up
Yeah.
the unit and go to so like all the orange plus. Oh, he said orange plus one. Thought he said orange plus three. But yeah, all the orange plus three stuff is like that. So just to
Okay.
throw out there for you guys. So the new chapters does have it. It just when you click on the unit and click on that piece of gear, it doesn't have a link to it. It still says Guild Adventure.
Okay. Yeah. So something to keep in mind. Maybe a bug that point out to the devs. I think that's probably a pretty easy fix.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, that's something I'll be reporting on tonight. Or if it hasn't, I'll have to go look to see if someone reported it already.
So it's only bugged between orange plus one and orange plus two.
Yep, drops at 100%, just like any other piece of gear,
And okay, that's something to keep in mind. And
just
then
like any of the other mats.
and Skylynx, do you have anything going on you want to plug?
I'm just gonna keep popping out videos every couple of days. I'm probably gonna go heavy on Dracon once I could get him. Hopefully, I hit 84 tomorrow and see if you get him right away, or if you got to go through all the chapters and get him. But yeah, I got some stuff cooking, and then I'll link my Discord in the chat.
Yeah.
I think there's some like 600 people in there now, so it's a pretty cool little spot besides the official Discord. It's a little more laid back than official Discord. A lot of chatting. It's like chat bounces back and forth between there and my Discord, where like all of a sudden one will be dead and the other one will just have everyone spamming nonstop. So it's pretty cool little
Yeah.
community. There's a link to it if you guys want to join.
Yeah, I'm in that one too, and it is a lot of fun. Oh, I think I probably have links turned off. I can put it in there. I'll throw it in there. And I think my chat settings probably prevent people from throwing in links.
Oh, one more thing I'll plug too. I'm like 3 subscribers from 1,000 for YouTube.
Okay.
So find me and subscribe. And once I hit 1,000 subscribers, because every milestone I do a giveaway, so I'm gonna do a gift card giveaway for 1,000 subs. And I'll probably do also a roster review, which is something I used to do. It got taken away for a minute, but now I can do it again. Where like I'll go into your account. I can either log into it and go through and do like a YouTube video on it, or you can just do a screen share and we can go through it together and help you with your account, what to work on, some fun stuff like that. So just throwing that out there too.
And I think you have like a Patreon or something, don't you?
I do. I forget the link, but it's in every single one of my videos. So yeah, you can check that out too. So yeah, I have a Patreon only chat in my Discord, as well as just doing like roster reviews with people. I was just kind of going based off what I saw other YouTubers do in my kind of situation.
Yeah.
So but yeah, if you can support, that'd be great. I just bought a green screen and some other little things. And like there's a running joke. I saw someone type right about my daughter's college education fund being depleted. So yeah, that'd be cool if anyone hits that for sure.
Yeah, and it's been great talking to you guys. I'm glad I could get you guys on here for a podcast. I've been wanting to do a podcast for a while, and this seemed like a good time with all the stuff that's happening. And maybe I'll try to do these more regularly, like maybe bi-weekly or something, or if there's a lot of stuff coming out, maybe it's when stuff comes out, or weekly, or have some more people on here too. I know there's like one other streamer I'd like to get on here at some point. But yeah, it's been fun with you guys, and thanks for coming and talking with me for like almost 2 hours now, I think.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Yeah, definitely
Nice.
sounds good.
And I stream here randomly, Twitch TV Top 8 Gamer, and I do Battle of Gods on here mostly, or if I feel like I've made some accomplishments in the Chaos or the Conflicts planes, I've been posting videos and streaming on here. But other than that, I haven't been doing much. But I stream other games on here randomly too. It's just kind of whatever I'm doing. I just do it on Twitch for fun, and I have a YouTube channel as well, which are a little more structured, and I've got a couple Dual Heroes videos on there as well as other random stuff if you want to see that, and then that's YouTube/Top8 Gamer. So you can find me all over there. Top8 Gamer everywhere. Twitter, Google, Facebook, wherever. I don't know what you have nowadays. LinkedIn.
There's too many things, yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, it was great having you guys, and I think that we'll wrap it up here. I know Skylynx got to go; he's got like family stuff to take care of, and I've been keeping him over here too long. So
It's all good.
yeah, thanks everyone for being here, and see you guys next time. So bye, everyone.
See you.
Thanks. See you guys.
Yeah.